My miscarriage exposed the truth about my husband. I was 12 weeks pregnant when I started bleeding at work and had to rush myself to the emergency room completely alone because Terrence said he was stuck in an important meeting and could not leave early. I sat in that cold hospital bed by myself while the doctor confirmed what I already knew deep in my bones. The baby was gone forever. I called Terrence 17 times over the next 3 hours. Every single call went straight to voicemail like his phone was completely turned off. I texted him that I lost the baby and needed him desperately right now. Nothing came back. No response whatsoever. I drove myself home at 11 at night, still cramping and bleeding heavily, and found our apartment completely dark and empty. Terrence did not come home until almost 2 in the morning. I was curled up on the bathroom floor crying when I finally heard the front door open and close. He walked in smelling like expensive perfume and alcohol with his shirt buttoned completely wrong. I told him through my tears that I lost our baby tonight. He said he was sorry, but that he had been stuck at a work dinner and his phone died unexpectedly. I was too broken and exhausted to question anything that night. The next morning, while Terrence was showering, his phone buzzed on the nightstand repeatedly. I had never checked his phone before in our entire 4-year marriage, but something felt deeply and terribly wrong in my bones this time. I picked it up and saw 37 unread messages from someone saved as Dave from accounting, with a heart emoji next to the name. Dave from accounting was asking when Terrence was coming back to bed last night and saying she missed him terribly already. Dave from accounting had sent photos that made me physically sick to look at. Dave from accounting was actually a woman named Dahlia, who had been sleeping with my husband for over 14 months, according to their extensive message history together. I scrolled through absolutely everything with shaking hands while the shower ran in the background. Date nights that overlapped perfectly with his supposed business trips. Hotel receipts he had screenshotted and sent to her while laughing about how completely clueless I was. Messages from the exact night I was losing our baby where he told her he had to leave early because his wife was being dramatic about some medical thing, but that he would make it up to her very soon. I screenshot everything carefully and sent it all to my own email before putting his phone back exactly where I found it originally. Terrence came out of the shower and kissed my forehead gently and said he was so incredibly sorry again about the baby and that we could try again whenever I felt ready emotionally. I smiled weakly and said I needed some time to heal first. He nodded sympathetically and left for work like absolutely nothing in the world was wrong. I spent that entire week planning meticulously while pretending to grieve quietly. I was genuinely grieving, but I was also strategizing very carefully. I contacted a divorce lawyer and showed her all the evidence I had gathered systematically. She confirmed that his documented infidelity during our marriage affected the division of assets significantly in our state. I quietly moved my personal savings into a separate account he could never access. I gathered every important document from our shared files methodically. I arranged to stay with my sister across town starting the following Monday morning. The Friday before I left, I invited Dahlia to our apartment for dinner. I found her workplace through his messages and showed up pretending to be a potential client who needed to schedule an urgent appointment. I got her personal number and texted her from a brand new phone saying I was Terrence and wanted her to come over for a romantic surprise since his wife was visiting family out of state this weekend. She showed up at exactly 7 wearing a tight red dress and holding expensive champagne with a huge excited smile. I opened the door slowly. Her face went completely white when she saw me standing there instead of him. Terrence walked out of the bedroom at that exact moment asking casually who was at the door. He saw both of us standing there together and dropped the glass of water he was holding. It shattered loudly across the hardwood floor. I handed him the divorce papers right there in front of her, stepped carefully over the broken glass, and walked out to my sister's car waiting at the curb with everything I needed already packed neatly inside the trunk. Dahlia can keep him along with all his pathetic lies. I kept my dignity, my savings, and my entire future ahead of me. The baby I lost that night deserved a much better father anyway.